Hi everyone, this is Venkatesh Panyam. Welcome back to my channel. Today in this class, we're going to learn some problems on distance and displacement. Before I start solving the problems, if you really like my channel, please subscribe my channel and share your comments and share the videos with your friends. Thank you. Let's begin the today's discussion. Listen. So I once again welcome you to this my channel. Today we are going to discuss problems based on distance and displacement. Already I told you distance, if you look at everywhere, the direction is changing, so it is a scalar. Whereas the displacement is having the same direction all the times, it is a vector. And one more important point, if the body after covering certain distance, if it comes back to its original position, its displacement is again zero. So keep these points in mind while solving the problems. Now let us see the first problem. What is the first problem given? Read the problem first. An aeroplane flies 400 meters north, 300 meters south, and then flies 1200 meters upwards. Then the net displacement is. So let's draw the diagram. So for all the problems, diagrams will help you a lot. This is east, this is west, and this is north, and this is south. So he said that an aeroplane flies 400 meters north. So up to this point, is staying up to north. So this is 400 meters. Then afterwards, 300 meters south. So what is south? This direction. So again, it changed its direction. After going 4 meters towards north, it went 300 meters south. Then again 1200 meters upwards. Okay, from the same point, it went upwards. Now, first thing we should understand, if it travels 400 meters towards north, that means if you look at it, starts from here, it went back, it went up to this point. Let's take this is A and this is B. This is the direction of displacement and it is 400 meters. Now that means it now returned in the opposite direction. That means it starts from the point B again. Then it'll come to the point, let's take C. In this direction, it traveled 300 meters. So now what is the net displacement now? Net displacement till now, or I can say displacement is equal to 400 minus 300. Why I'm subtracting? Because 400 is in one direction and this 300 is in opposite direction, because south is opposite of north. So this is nothing but 100 meters. Remember, this is not the resultant displacement. Now here it is at the point C. Okay, now initially it was at the point A. Now it travels upward, is saying. Now it was at this point, beginning point is A. Now let's take this point C. This point is C, I said. This is 100 meters. Now from the point C, it went up 1200 meters. Somewhere it is at this point. Now what is the displacement? Displacement is this. Now we want to find out the net displacement. So if we calculate the net displacement, S is equal to root over because these are perpendicular. 1200 square plus 100 whole square. If you simplify this, you'll get 1204 meters. But if you look at the options, what are the options given? The first option is given as 1200 meters. Second is 1300 meters. Third is 1400 and fifth is 1500. So what is the nearest to 1200 meters? That means the meaning of this is it is at a height of almost 1200 meters above. That's the meaning of it. That means 1204 means it is above the point what called as C at a distance of 1200 meters. Now let's move on to the next question. This is question number 2. An athlete completes one round of a circular track of radius r in 40 seconds. What will be his displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? So let's take a circle here and let's take r is the radius. So he's saying that he'll complete one round in how much time? An athlete complete one round in 40 seconds. One round means distance covered will be 2 pi r, and for that how much time it will take? 40 seconds. That means after every 40 seconds he'll cover this much of what called as distance. Now what will be his displacement at the end of 2 minutes 20 seconds? So t is equal to 2 minutes 20 seconds is nothing but 140 seconds, right? It is 140 seconds. This time I can write it as 3 into 40 plus 20. 3 into 40 plus 20. So what does that mean? 3 40s are 120, 1. What does it means? It means that for every one round, that means after every 40 seconds, during this 40 seconds, what is the displacement? 0. Why displacement is 0? Because again he'll come back to the same point. That's what he said. He'll complete one round on the circular track in 40 seconds. So after every 40 seconds, he'll again come to the point. So after, that means for 3 rounds, his displacement was what called as 0. Now after, see, for one complete circle it take 40 seconds, but for 20 seconds where he'll be at this point. Now that means after completion of 3 rounds and next he has to travel for 20 seconds, so he'll be at this point. Suppose you take this A and you take this B. Now so we can say that after this what called as 2 minutes, that is 140 seconds, his displacement is 2r. Suppose if they ask you distance, but in this the distance not us, he is asking only displacement. So what is the distance? One round it is 2 pi r. So total 3 into 2 pi r plus 2r. So distance is nothing but 6 pi r plus 2r. But look at displacement. How much is the displacement? Only 2r. Why it is only 2r? Because first round after 40 seconds is at A, after 80 seconds is at A, after 120 seconds is again at A. Then he has to travel another 20 seconds. So then he'll go from A to B. So A is the initial, B is the final point. The net displacement is nothing but the diameter. So the answer is D, that is 2r. Yeah, this is a very, very important model, this problem. Very standard question. A wheel of radius 1 meter rolls forward half a revolution on a horizontal ground. The magnitude of the displacement of the point of the wheel initially in contact with the ground is. Now let us draw a diagram. So let's take this is the ground. and let's say the wheel. This is the wheel. Okay. Now initially remember this is in contact with this. Now this wheel starts rolling in this way in clockwise direction. Now what happens after some time, this wheel will be, so this point will keep on moving. So if you look at after half a revolution, this point, let us take this is A. Now this will come to this point, say B. Now this is A again. Because it is rotating upwards, so only after this, it will go to this point. Now, what is the definition of distance and displacement? Displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between starting and ending. So if you join these two, and this will become the displacement. So let's join. So this is the displacement, and this is nothing but distance covered. And let us join these two. And if you take the radius as this will become diameter 2r. Right. So for one rotation, what is the distance covered? Half revolution means 2 pi r by 2. 2 pi r is the total circum by 2. Nothing but pi r. So in this case, the distance covered is pi r. Why? Because it moved for half a revolution. So for one complete rotation, 2 pi r. For half means 2 pi r. So D is pi r. Now we got a right angle triangle here. We can think it is a right angle triangle. We can take the right angle triangle. So this is 2r, the diameter of the circle. This is pi r. And this is S. Even you can calculate theta also. Angle also we can calculate from this. Now if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, S is equal to the square root of 2r whole square plus pi r whole square. So S becomes r square root of 4 plus pi square. Given what is given, the radius is given as 1 meter. If you look at the question, yeah, the radius of this is given as 1 meter. So when I substitute that, so what is my displacement? Square root of 4 plus pi square. Let me check the answers. Yes, the option number C is the right answer. Now suppose I want to find out this tan theta. So what is the angle made by the position we want to find out? So tan theta is opposite by adjacent side, 2r by pi r. So r cancel. That implies theta is equal to tan inverse of 2 by pi. So sometimes they ask you even the angle also. What is the angle made by the what called as particle with the initial direction? So here the particle was initial at the point A. So after half a revolution, it will be at this point. So displacement is this, and this is the distance traveled. Then I took a right angle triangle, I calculated. Now let's go to the next problem. I think this is problem number 4. So what is this fourth problem says? A juggler, a jogger starts his motion from the position x is equal to 3 meters. So initially a jogger was at this point. Okay, he started walking from this point. So this is the starting. See, remember, he's not moving from origin. He is moving from 3 meters. So he has some initial displacement 3 meters. Then what is said? Yeah, and reaches to the position x is equal to 15 meters. So again, he just came back. He walked to the point position 15 meters, and then turns back and move to the position x is equal to meter. Now finally, where he stopped? He stopped at this point. Okay, he went from 3 to 15. Again 15 to 1 meter he came back. Okay. Now what is this final position from the origin? See, 3 meters we always take O as the reference point. Find the total displacement and the total distance traveled. So what is the definition of displacement? Final position minus initial position. What is the final one? Initial is 3. His displacement is minus 2 meters. What does that minus 2 means? He covered 2 meters in the opposite direction. If you look at from here to here, it traveled in the opposite direction. That's why we got displacement are negative. Then what is distance? Distance is very simple. So he traveled from 3 to 15 means 15 minus 3 plus, then again from 15 to what you call it as 1. So you subtract 15 minus 1. Nothing but 12 plus 14, nothing but 26 meters. So we can count 3 to 15 means 12 meters. Then again from here 12 meters, then 2 meters. Total how much? 26 meters. So displacement is minus 2 meters, distance is 26 meters. The answer is second option. Very simple problem. Now this is again a very, very important model. A body is moving along a circular path of radius r. If it makes an angle theta with at the center, it makes an angle theta at the center with the initial position, then its displacement distance r. Yeah, once again, let me take a circle. This is the center of the circle. Let's say he starts from this point. Yeah, this is the radius. Then after some time, this body may be at this point, say B. It is given that this angle is theta. This total angle is given as theta. So is asking what is the distance and displacement. It's very clear. The length of the actual path is nothing but distance. So what is distance? We know that distance is equal to length of path AB. The length of the path AB. Now I can imagine this as a sector. It's a sector. AB is a sector. This is theta. This is R. So what is the length of the sector? Length of the sector AB is equal to R into theta. Therefore, distance is equal to R theta. Remember, theta is in radian. Theta should be in radians. Now, the distance is very simple. Distance is nothing but the length of the actual path. Now, I want to calculate displacement. What is the displacement here? The shortest distance between starting point and ending point. This total is the displacement, AB. This is the shortest. Now to calculate that, again I'll draw a diagram. So we have like this. This is the center O. This is A and this is B. I said this is the shortest distance between these two. And I said this is the displacement. Now to calculate that, what I'll do is I'll draw a perpendicular line here. And I'll take this as some x, this also some x. Since it is bisecting, this angle become theta by 2. R is the radius. So clearly we can say that displacement is 2x. The shortest between the starting point and the ending point is nothing but displacement. So S is equal to, I want to find out the x value, sorry. So we'll find out, take sine theta. If I take sine theta by 2, sine is opposite by hypotenuse, x by r. So what is x? R sine theta by 2. So now we got x value, so we can substitute for displacement. So displacement is equal to 2r sine theta by 2. Displacement is 2r sine theta by 2. distance is r theta. But here I told you beginning, theta should be in radians. So we can apply this formula for any situation you want. So there are different varieties in which you can be asked what called as yeah, I think this problem number 5, right? Okay. So these 5 examples, I just try to explain how to find out distance and displacement for different cases. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for watching my video. I repeat, please, if you like my videos, please subscribe and share with your friends. And for more updates, please click the bell icon. And once again, I wish you happy physics learning. Thank you. Thanks for watching my videos.